Okay, I'm recording.
Okay. I'm Sydney,
I'm Aspen.
and we did our presentation over social class and friendships. Our research question was, how does having friends from different social classes impact the choices you make, values, knowledge on other classes, and how you do in your future?
So the first thing we're going to talk about is decision making. Having friends from different social classes have an impact on the choices you make in life. Having friends in the upper class, they tend to make choices that will help them look good, and they also make decisions that lean toward most of the money decisions. People in the middle class tend to make decisions that will help them get through everyday life. The lower class will tend to make lower class also tend towards the accusation of prestige, which partially due to lack of respect towards the lower class. And the working class will tend to show more empathy and are willing to help others in need in distress because they know what it's like not to have everything and work for what they need in life.
Mm-hmm.
So upper class individuals are more likely to take risks because they're more optimistic than their lower class counterparts. With upper class having more resources, the higher class individuals will believe they're able to accomplish anything and have a better outcome. Having friends from those different social classes, they make different decisions based on what class they're in.
Values. So each level of social class value different things in everyday life. Those values from different social class can impact and might value those same ones. So upper class values that we saw were people that were more upper class tend to like power, politics, economics, and money more just because based on like what we've learned in class, it's just something that they have more control over because they do have like the power to make the decisions. Middle class values are more self-direction, self-control, and courtesy. So when individuals are like in the middle class, they don't have the same amount of money and power as upper class, so they see life differently than people are upper class. And lower class values are kind of more the same as middle class, just a little bit different because they also see the world differently. Um, More on values, the working class values self-control and obedience because it helps express the difference between working and middle class. And knowing what you value can help the process in choosing friends, might share the same interests, share the same values as someone. So like if you're like trying to have friends with someone, if you are more upper class, most likely you will have more upper class friends because you value money, you value those kind of things, that you like share the same interests with someone else. And it just kind of goes down the line with middle class and lower class.
So our next we're going to talk about is class consciousness and socialization. So our first concept was class consciousness, and I found two definitions. The first one is the recognition by the members of a class of their community, common identity, and shared interests. The second definition I found is it is an understanding of the economic rank of the class to which you belong in context of the larger society. It also refers to the awareness by a social or economic class of their position and interest within the structure of the economic order and social system in which they live. The next concept was socialization. It is the process through which people learn the skills, attitudes, and customs needed to participate in the life of the community. And the second definition was class-specific socialization reinforces distinctive class attitudes and lifestyles and encourages individuals to assume the class position of their parents. So having friends from different classes will help you better understand where they come from and what they like have and what you don't have. For example, the opportunities they have in life or the different things they may or may not have access to. With being in like the upper level class, you have more options too because you have the money that you can get this stuff versus middle and lower, they may not like make enough income to have the same opportunities and access. Many children don't understand class until they are 12 years old. um, it will it will show you things they do differently or things they go through that you may not be due to your so your social class level. So lower class, they have difficult things like getting money and getting better jobs, while working class may have like the better jobs and get more income. So the next one is knowing what class you're in can help you understand what class your friends are in. Um, Knowing what social class you're in can help you find new friends with similar interests. So with living in neighborhoods, if you know what class you're in, you're most likely to lean towards those friends because you should share the same interests in them and share the same values. Socialization can help because you learn how to communicate with them and learn new skills by being with them. And they teach you how to interact with different social classes and what they do to be a part of their community. Teens from different socioeconomical backgrounds become friends. They learn from one another new insights and valuable skills that can support academic success. And social interaction provides the means which we gradually become able to see ourselves through the eyes of other, learning who we are and how we fit in the world around us.
And something that we also saw with the teens from different socioeconomic backgrounds is that like someone that is from upper level class that has those opportunities becomes friends with someone that's like in the lower class. They see things differently. So like something in the lower class, someone that's in the lower class might be able to teach someone that's in the upper class because they never see it. And then it just kind of like goes back and forth. So it is really beneficial to find friends or to make friends that are in different social classes than you're in. The next concept we did was lifestyle. So lifestyle is a distinct pattern of cynical. Wait, is that what's that word?
Social.
Social. Okay, social interaction, leisure, constipation, dress, and language. These lifestyles are established in childhood, and there are various factors that affect our lifestyle, such as a place of living, values, preferences, and social status. So obviously, how we talked about how like if you have money, you'll have more opportunities to do stuff. This kind of goes into like your lifestyle. So if you have the money to have like a really good lifestyle, to do those things, have those opportunities to travel and do those things, you're obviously gonna see more of the world and see the world differently than those that like don't have that same lifestyle as you do. A healthy lifestyle start once you are born and continue as you go through school. So how you were born into is kind of like something that stays with you throughout your life. These lifestyles produce distinctions between social classes that benefit elites. Parents and children may be motivated to engage in certain behaviors to enact their social group memberships. Living in neighborhoods, you only have a certain amount of kids you may choose as friends, and being with the kids you choose will pick up on how they talk to others. So basically, like kind of like who you're around, like where you live, kind of dictates like who your friends are too, because most likely you're going to live in the same class that you're in. So if you live in an upper class neighborhood, you're more likely to be around a bunch of other kids. They're in the same class as you, and it just kind of goes down the line with middle class and lower class. Upper class tend to dress more nicely and speak maturely and very respectful. Middle class will tend to dress casually and almost speak in a normal way. Lower class will tend to wear clothes that they have or what they can afford. Sometimes they talk can be messy. Depending on the social class your friends are in, they will enjoy different things to do in their free time. So kind of to like explain this, upper class like has the opportunity and the money to like, you know, dress nicely, be respectful, like they get taught those things. And like something we saw with values is that middle class and lower class really do value respect and like being courtesy, just because a lot of people in middle class and lower class work in essential jobs where like they deal with people every day. So like they like have more people contact, I would say, that would help them gain these skills overall.
So the next we're going to talk about is life chances and occupation. The concept we chose was life chances, and it emphasizes the extent to which our chances for the good things in life are shaped by class position. Second definition is it refers to opportunities, advantage, or disadvantages to people who have, which can affect how they succeed in relation to their education, health, employment, income, and housing. The next concept we chose was occupation. It is a social role that describes the major work that a person does to earn a living, and an individual's occupation or that a family's main income order is key determinant of class position. So, having friends in the upper class can help you get to know higher people in business and possibly offer you a job down the road. So, knowing people in the upper class, like they have money, like they know a lot of people, and having those like sources or, yeah, like it can help you get farther down in life and like help you succeed. Like I said, knowing these connections can help you have a better life. Your friends may be able to give you opportunities that you never had before, and it'll help you get farther and ahead of everyone because you had those connections and those chances given to you. But also, creating new friends can lead you to new chances in life and help you succeed in life and even have a better future. And having creating new friends in neighborhoods, you may be able to give those people possibly below you chances because they never had those, and now that they may know someone in the higher class, they're able to give you those chances, so you in the end can also give people opportunities in life that they never had. So occupations are key to social class because it helps you move up or even down in social class. Knowing like what your job, what you do, it's a big thing in life, especially for the upper class because that's what helps them succeed in life and basically gets them money. Each level of social class has different jobs that belong in each class. We saw it in class. We there was different classes that different jobs that went to each class and what like how much they made and like stuff like that. The best jobs, of course, will belong to the upper class that will make the most money, and it goes down from there. The further you go down the scale, the jobs get worse, and so does basically the income.
And something else we saw with upper class and lower class and like middle class, even if like let's say like if like your dad's like a truck driver, they usually make a lot of money, like good money. But like if you're looking at someone's parent that's like a doctor that makes a lot of money too, like people are gonna see your family as more like maybe middle class or lower class just based on like the job that your parents have compared to like someone else's family. So like someone that has like a doctor in their family that's their like parent, someone's gonna see them and think like, oh, like they're upper class compared to someone whose dad's like a truck driver. In conclusion, having friends from different social classes can have an impact on your life and how it continue with your life. Having these friends can teach you new things and can learn important and valuable lessons in life. So basically, like throughout our research, we found that just having friends from different social classes does it can have an impact on your life, whether it's negative or positive. Sometimes people become friends with people in the upper class and they've never been, so sometimes they may feel left out or they don't feel like they belong just because like they don't see the same things that these other friends do. Like they have nice things compared to yourself where like you didn't grow up that way. You grew up where like the things that you got, like you had to earn them, like you had to get them. People like when you see people get things that are just handed to them, it kind of makes you think like, why couldn't that be me? But overall it there was a lot of positives where if you do have friends from both sides, like upper class and lower class and middle class, like it does show a lot of benefits because you learn a lot of new things.
I agree. I think definitely the upper class, they don't see how the lower and middle class like have to work for everything because everything is handed to them. And so when they're like, oh, well, why don't you do this? Well, it's like, well, I can't because I don't have the money or this. Like, I have to work for what I want. And I definitely think the middle and lower class, like, definitely see a lot more things in life and, like, know how to actually work for something they want versus the upper class. They just, like, think everything belongs to them and that they're, like, above everyone. So they get everything in life. And so I think that the lower classes definitely value a lot more things in life than the upper class do.
I definitely agree with that. And especially going to I went to inner city high school. So a lot of people that went to my high school, like a lot of them were like lower class or middle class, like including myself. So like just the type of things I would see and value and how like we would compare ourselves and the resources that we had to people that went to like a lot nicer schools that were just down the street from us. But I do think like I value my friendships that I was in the same class with compared to those that weren't in the same class as mine, just because like they understood me more. They understood like things like similar things what we would go through together, like not having money for something or just like not having the opportunity to do the same things as other people could do. That was like some like my personal experience with like friendships and like social class. Anything else, Aspen?
I don't think so.
Okay. And then these are our sources from our presentation.